Hello.
Oh, hello. Sorry, my internet was all weird.
Freaking worried, man.
Yeah, I know. All right. I'm just getting stuff set up. Okay, let's see. How's it going?
Same old shit.
Same old. Yeah, that's about right. Oh, gosh. Okay, let's see here. All right. I think we're good to go. We just gotta wait for people. All right.
Hey,
Oh, hey, how's it going?
it's going. How you doing?
I'm doing okay. My internet was freaking out for a little bit, so
Oh, okay. I was worried.
all right. Yeah, I was too. It's been fun times.
I can imagine.
Hey,
Hi.
sorry, my internets were not behaving.
Mm.
Oh gosh. Hey, Margaret.
Hey, you run late. We all worry about you.
I know.
Yeah.
I usually don't run. Sorry, my internets were not doing well.
Come with your lunch.
Yeah, let me get this camera off.
That's cool. And all right. And I believe I got an email from a day. They are apparently having to move out of Macon and not sure what's going to be going on, so they're not going to be in the party so we're going to be without a bard for a while, which is kind of sad, and we will miss him. But yeah.
Let me get Michael really quick.
Yeah. Okay. Hey everybody, how is everyone doing?
Staying alive.
That's good.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty.
You sound tired.
Yeah, well, I got finals and stuff.
Yeah.
Same.
Boo.
It's just
Pretty
a
good.
great time.
How about you?
Oh, I've been all right. I'm surviving. I think I got sick last week.
Oh,
Or me and Catherine both got sick last week. And we're pretty sure it was COVID. Although she tested negative because she works at the hospital, so when she gets sick, she has to get tested. But there's like a 30% false negative rate, so we had fevers and lots of body aches, so yeah.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
Yeah, a little bit. I slept a lot for a few days, and I seem to be fine now, so yeah, pretty much. All right, let's see here. All right. Okay, so where did we leave off last time? I think. Sorry, I gotta find something here. The party had just defeated the Rakshasa, and that's where we left off. I think in the cemetery, right?
I think so.
That sounds right. Yeah. Okay, so when we last left off, the party, having found the murderer of Shay's mother, managed to defeat them in combat much more handily than I expected. And yeah, that's where we left off. Please, what would you like to do?
Had somebody searched the body already, or were we just not at that point yet?
Shay was getting ready to search it because I had already asked to, but she said it was hers, and I had to agree.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna loot the shit out of that body.
All right, let me see. Okay, make an investigation check.
Oh dear, oh dear. Give me just a second. And everything, I think my brain decided to fart. So,
Mine's doing that a bunch today. So.
yeah, so I don't have my character sheet in front of me.
Okay.
That's why I'm like, I don't remember. But I rolled an 8. I just
Okay.
my character sheet up.
That's
Your
okay. I don't even
character.
have my loot table up, so.
Your character is not that smart, so I don't imagine.
I know. That's why I'm like,
Well,
Okay.
Shay, if you're through looking at the body, do you mind if I go through it?
go right on ahead.
Thank
Well,
you.
You do find on the body like a few things. Like there's some money. There's 12 gold and 3 silver in a small pouch, as well as just the body
Oh
itself.
my god. My investigation was a -1.
Yeah, so that's about all you found.
Yeah.
Roland,
not
go ahead and roll your own check.
Okay. Mine's a 12.
Okay. Rummaging through some of the interior pockets of the robe and things, you do find a small golden circlet. Like something that someone might put around either on their head or around their neck, possibly.
Cool.
Yep.
Somebody put it on.
Yeah, I think I will.
That's
Hold
always
on.
a good idea.
Well, that was being carried around by a fiend. Let's maybe identify it first.
All right.
Like, I just don't want you to turn into a Rakshasa if you put it on, or be taken over by his soul, or,
I don't want to be taken over by his soul.
Yeah, that would be bad.
Rakshasa,
Okay.
maybe, but soul, him, no.
Sure. Well, anyways, Atel, with this, we have at least taken care of your enemy for a time.
Yes, thank you. I'm very grateful to all of you. I don't know if I could have done it without you. Just be aware. he says as he's kind of looking around a bit, he's only dead here.
Yes.
He is a fiend. I've done this once before. He will be back, and as he goes up and starts rummaging through the body as well, around in the clothing and things like that, and pulls out a small notebook. This is what I was looking for. And as he opens it up, you see just these like maniacal scrawlings in several different languages with pictures like badly drawn and things like that. You get the gist that it's his notes on how he's going to take revenge on Etel, as well as several others that killed and banished him back to yes. So, and as Etel shows this, he says, as you see, he will be back. He will find you, and he will try to kill you. The only way to kill one of these is, well, you have to go to his own plane and kill him there.
That might be something that we need to do soon.
I don't know. It will take him some time to reform and, of course, come back to this plane and find us. I feel we've at least protected this city for now. It's not like we don't have something important to do already.
Yes, thank you. Thank you all for helping us. She's gonna, give her dad a hug.
Oh. He hugs you back. Thank you. It was nice. It was nice seeing you again. It's been a long while.
So there's a question I have now. The Marquis was this creature's undead thrall. Do you think the Marquis is just gone now? Or still just an undead walking around?
I mean, that's a good question. You'd have to find them, I suppose.
And yeah, you would know better than anyone, I guess. But should we contact what did they call him here? Is this the Zalezo or was it the guard? About us finding this individual and who their real identity was. Because it seems he stole your property, right? That very nice manor we visited earlier.
Yeah, I imagine that we will be able to do something. It's going to take some time. Yes, it's.
Yeah.
It takes time to do these things. I feel like the current Marquis was installed rather quickly, just a few years ago. There's probably no one has seen his predecessor since then. He was supposedly retired to the country. We may want to look for him.
Yeah.
There's a lot of there's a lot of complications here. It's no good, is what I'm saying.
Well, it's better than it was.
We may want to, you may want to go back to to the keep and see.
That sounds like a plan to me.
It is up to you. I will go with you if you like.
Shall we?
Yes, I must confess that I am not even injured. I've only lost a couple spells, so if anything goes down, I can help.
All right. What say the rest of you?
I'd like to go with them.
All right.
I think it sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know that Cirithus, you had been casting while the talking was going on, detect magic.
Correct.
Okay. And that's 30 feet. So you do detect the regular magic items that some in your party, or all of your party, is carrying. And you also detect magic coming from the circlet that Roland pulled off the body.
Gives off a color, doesn't it? For the type of magic it is?
It does. You get the distinct sense that it is, necromancy.
Interesting.
Indeed.
Also, I have a mechanical sort of question. I wanted to collect a vial of this creature's blood. And I was curious, would gentle repose keep it from like completely drying out or coagulating? Or I mean, not fully coagulating, but you know what I mean.
Interesting. I don't know. Let me see something.
Because like I've got channel divinities that can interact with blood, so it might be worth it just gentle reposing it every day for the future, because we know he's coming back eventually.
Let me see the exact wording, because you can. It's a corpse or remains, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It's protected from decay and can't become undead. Okay.
I mean, degradation is just decay.
I mean, it works for 10 days.
Yep. And then you could just cast it again.
Yeah, I think that works. Yeah.
Cool. Then I will get some blood. So in the future, I can track this thing potentially.
All right.
I got a question.
Yes.
So if you cast it to keep the blood fresh, does that also keep the body fresh? So every 10 days, this body's it'll never decay? That'd be fun.
It depends on if he casts it on the body or if he just casts it on the vial of blood he takes.
Oh, I mean, it would be on the blood, but yeah, I see where you're going with that. Is it like a medium through which the spell would transfer to the body, no matter where it is? Which I don't know.
I'm not sure because I mean, technically, when he regenerates on his own plane, it'll be a new body.
Oh, it'll be a new body. Okay. I thought he'd just regenerate into like basically the same functional being.
I don't know. That's interesting. I mean, beings as fiends are different and not necessarily confined to a single physical form.
Yeah.
So that's yeah.
What's fiend blood like, Tim?
What's fiend blood like?
Tell me a story.
So as you draw the blood, it is this kind of it's like ichor, some like greenish, like brown stuff as it comes out. Definitely doesn't look like blood, and even like seems too warm to the touch as it comes out.
Okay. Well, I've got a weird thing of Rakshasa blood, even if it doesn't work in the end.
This is true. All right. I'm gonna do this.
I have a question for Surface. What can you tell me about my crown or tiara?
I was going to see if I could look it over and
Yeah.
see what else I could see, like markings, writing, symbols.
Here you go.
Go ahead. You just want to make a quicker Arcana check?
Yeah, I'll do that. Got to get my dice out.
I mean, that helps, yeah. Anything anybody else is doing right now?
That'd be less
How
than 10.
late?
Less than 10. All right. Yeah, I mean, it's there are some inscriptions on it
Right at 10.
right at 10. There are some inscriptions on it in Abyssal. Do you speak Abyssal?
I do.
Yeah. You vaguely recognize some of this stuff. You've never quite seen this kind of spell before, though. You get the sense just from your detect magic that it's something to do with necromancy, but you are not sure what at all.
All right.
It disappeared.
I could identify it after a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would wait for that.
No, just put it on. You'll be fine.
Get a little bit more information from the spell.
All right. Okay. Sorry, I'm crawling through my notes. There it is. Okay. Gentle pose. Okay. So, going back to Tharfield Keep. Yes? No?
I think we were identifying the thing and then Tharfield Keep, right?
Yeah, if we want to take the time, I can have it identified in 11 minutes.
Yeah. Worth.
All right. So kind of sitting down for a few, taking a breather after fairly quick combat you had, and rummaging through the body. You take the time to cast the spell, and you identify that this is a remnant circlet. Specifically, certain powerful necromancers and things like that will take a powerful fighter or champion that has died and raise them again to be their servants. And this is the thing that kind of binds them to the material plane. So, yes.
So the Marquis.
I mean, maybe. All right.
So let me ask y'all, if I put this thing on, will I be in command of an undead soul warrior?
There's only one way to find out, and I hand it back to him.
There is a giant sigh from the small dwarf, I guess, sitting down in the corner.
All right, I'm gonna put it on.
All right, you put it on. As you put it on, you suddenly, well, actually, let me look at this.
It doesn't need attunement.
You don't suddenly feel anything. Yes, it does need attunement. I mean, it's a nice gold circlet.
Okay, well, I'll try. Can I try to attune to it during our next long rest?
You can.
Cool.
All right.
Oh, is anybody quite injured?
I don't think anybody was injured, actually.
I know. That's why I asked.
I was totally safe in my little bubble / rock.
I mean, yeah, all the casters kept like a 30-foot range.
Yeah, I mean,
And just
I feel fine.
So nobody's cursed.
I don't feel cursed.
Okay.
Was anybody actually hit? Because I feel like it got stunned, and then nobody got hit.
Didn't we see when I think it was the Rakshasa's first move? We saw him like whisper something into a gold something, or maybe he was just casting a spell.
He tried to charm Roland, but Roland's immune.
As far as I know, he didn't touch me.
No.
Yeah, I mean that's as far as you know. He was. I mean, he did disappear right after whispering, so you might assume he was casting that spell. Yeah.
I mean, I might have stunned him a few times. I didn't want him touching anyone else.
Yes, the stun. Good. But how about we walk and talk while we head to the keep?
That sounds like a plan.
Good idea. All right, so you start heading back to the keep, Tharfield Keep. Going through town. I mean, let's see. At this point, it's very, very early morning. Like the sun has not yet started to come up quite. There's just a little bit of a little bit of light on the horizon.
Oh, before we continue much further, should we have brought the head, you think? Or because if we just leave the body there's no telling.
I mean, as far as proof?
Yeah, because we've got like that journal, but well, what does that mean? I guess we could send people to go look at the body, but
Might as well bring
So we should bring the body, I think is what I'm hearing.
I definitely wouldn't have been opposed to cutting off its head.
well, I mean, yeah, maybe bringing the body because it might be wearing the clothes that its guise was wearing.
I know somebody that can animate a corpse and it can walk on its own.
Yeah, because I don't really want anyone touching it.
All right, this is a gray area because this is a fiend, so I really don't care.
Animate it.
Sounds like some special pleading.
Well, as far as I know, fiends do not have souls that belong to the upper realms.
Animate it.
As its soul is literally being rebirthed in the lower realm.
Do it. Do it.
Yeah, the spell does say that it's just a humanoid, so it doesn't have to be. It doesn't prohibit it from being a fiend or anything. I guess.
It's not like it adds extra abilities or anything like that. It's just a skeleton.
That's true. All right. Do you want to? Yes. Raise the Rakshasa's body.
Well, the one thing of consideration, I know you are so excited to be able to do this, is I think we will be perhaps less trustworthy if we are walking in and saying, look, we have brought the thing that is terrorizing you. We might have raised it from the dead. You'll have to trust us on that.
We could put it in manacles.
I got this cloak.
You got 3 of them.
But
We could tie it up just for effect.
oh boy, I don't know. Maybe let's just bring the body. I can help carry if necessary.
Bring it. Do it.
So we got.
I would really prefer if none of us touched it.
There's other.
Do it.
I could levitate it.
No, that's even weirder.
Well,
I mean, I'm okay with that.
just tie a string to it.
Don't you have to, like, concentrate on that?
Yeah. But I mean, if we're just walking,
How long does it last?
it
You
lasts.
could always just roll it up in one of your cloaks and hold the edges of the cloak.
This is true.
I really like the idea of a Rakshasa balloon. That's kind of fun.
Are we trying not to draw attention to ourselves? Is that the goal here?
No, I'm okay with the Rakshasa balloon. Can we do that? I want to humiliate it.
I'll hold the
fair.
rope. I'll parade it through
We've already touched it, so
when you looted it.
Yes, but I want to humiliate it. Balloon it.
It lasts for 10 minutes. Are we going to be walking for longer than 10 minutes?
I mean, it'll probably take you 15, 20 minutes to get back to the keep.
Worth it.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah, you can just cast it twice. You'd probably be all right.
Worth it.
Worth it.
All right, who's got some rope?
I have rope.
All right,
All right.
I'm going to tie one end of the rope to the Rakshasa's ankle and cast levitate.
Easy enough.
I'm gonna look extremely happy.
I hand one end of the rope to Shay.
I'm close to tears. Very happy.
Like giving a little kid a balloon.
Oh, the best balloon.
what time is it anyhow?
It's just before sunrise.
Even better.
So as you leave the cemetery, you don't see a whole lot of people at first, although as you get closer into the actual outskirts of the city, you start to see a few people going about their business, kind of getting ready for the day. You do draw some stairs. Let me see something here. Yeah, and at probably about 10, 15 minutes into your walk, you're nearly to the keep when a couple of Zalezo, some of the guards from the city, kind of looking at each other with frowns on their faces and then looking back at you, walk up to your group and say, what is happening here? I'm sorry. This is just pointing at the floating corpse behind you. What is your business here?
I kind of like elbow Attell, because if anyone can like talk the talk at this point.
All right. You can do okay. Attell kind of steps forward and says, "Yes, we're going to talk to the Marquis. You see, we found we found a dangerous being and dispatched it." He gestures back towards the corpse of the Rakshasa and says, "As you can see, we have brought it along. It was a fiend, if you can believe that." And the Zalezo kind of once again look at each other and look back at you, and I'm gonna make a quick check here. And they say, all right, we're going to be escorting you there. You understand? This is odd.
Of course, yes. Please escort us.
And they do. Moving back to the keep, as the sun is just starting to come up, you see that there's a little bit more activity around the keep. You can smell a little bit of smoke in the air, and you immediately remember, well, that you did light the garden of this place on fire just a few hours ago. And you were met by a couple more Zalezo at the entrance, also giving each other odd looks and kind of looking questioningly at the two Zalezo escorting you. And the ones escorting you say that they're going to be meeting with the Marquis, and looking at them and then at you, and then everybody's just looking all around. They say, one of them says, well, that might be a problem. I'm not sure we can, you know what, just, it's easier to show you. And they escort you in through the front doors and in through kind of the entryway, small garden that's there with its little fountain and everything, and back into kind of a large audience chamber where you see several more guards, swords out and at the ready, watching as the formerly very stately looking Black Tabaxi that you had met earlier as the Marquis, now suddenly looking much shabbier, clothes torn and seemingly some of them rotting off, as well as some of the fur and flesh on the body, which you had before seen so kind of sleek and soft looking, now rough and also rotting. One of the eyes is actually entirely gone, and the other is kind of milky white.
I'm just gonna put it out there. That is probably some rank smell.
I mean, you might think, but they're sitting just at the kind of at the end of the room on a small dais, and everybody's kind of watching. And as you all come in, the guard that led you in says, "You see what I'm talking about? It's yeah." Just about an hour or so ago, I don't know. We're worried.
Is he still conscious? Like,
oh yeah, he seems to, like, as you watch and as you all come in, his head kind of snaps up and looks at all of you. Doesn't seem to move or as you might expect another living thing, but just kind of sudden kind of jerky movements a little bit. You can't see any breathing happening, but as he scans the group of you, his remaining eye seems to lock on Roland.
All right. Hello, we killed your friend.
That's not exactly how I would put it. So
No, that was not the best way to put it. You handle it, Quintus.
yes, what happened here is I regret to inform you, Zelezo, but your Marquis has always been an undead. This being, and I will pull the balloon down, is what is known as a Rakshasa, a fiend that can freely change its form, masquerade as whoever it wishes, and is known for being incredibly vicious. Not only was this the creature that is responsible for the violent murders of this district, but they are also their form that they took, their disguise. It was, I believe, one you knew, Connell.
There's kind of a muttering that goes around the room, and one of the guards that you've been talking to says, well, that makes sense. With as much as anything here makes sense right now anyway.
Yes. We even found a instrument on their body that allowed them to semi-permanently raise a undead figure and control them at will. You see the circlet that Roland has right now. He kind of nods his head towards Roland. That is the reason your Marquis cannot take his, good eye off of our friend.
As you say this, you hear a familiar voice out of the kind of the crowd of Zelezo that has come up, say, "Well, this makes sense. I suppose it's nice to see all of you again." As you see out of the crowd, Lieutenant Costa, who a few of you had.
Maybe lied to.
Maybe lied to, and as she was trying to figure out what the murders that were going on, she comes forward and says, "We were just narrowing in on this household, so it's good that you found it, I suppose." And where is your friend who was wearing one of our uniforms? And as you look around, you see that Salai is not there. Your bard friend seems to have disappeared in the trip from the cemetery to the keep.
I must confess, I do not actually know. We had a hectic battle with the creature. I am sorry. But most importantly, this Rakshasa, it came to your city specifically to ruin this family, and he kind of motions to Shay and to Tell, because Tell the Magnificent, the unequaled, the unparalleled, at one point in his past slighted this creature.
Well, that's interesting for sure. We'll have to debrief all of you, I suppose, at some point. But it seems we figured this out. As well as we seem to have found some more information that we were not aware of before. But the previous Marquis, I guess. Technically, he's still Marquis. If he was undead and he was a fiend, then yes, Marquis Hadu, we found him in the basement, in a small cell. Even for a dwarf, it was fairly small. But he's alive.
Well, yes, I suppose that that does speed this up. He could probably corroborate quite a bit.
We're hoping so. In any case,
Does he need any healing, or does he have issues? I am a holy man of the matron of ravens.
I mean, you could take a look, I suppose.
If you would allow.
Yes. Sure. She gestures over to an open door in the your right in the room, and walking through, you see older dwarf, kind of haggard looking, like cheeks are a little sunken, eyes are a little sunken, but other than that, looks he's sitting, and as you come in, says, yes, it's nice to see another dwarf around. That's, whew, it's nice to see anyone around, really.
Yeah. Quintus will give a little respectful bow and says, "It is a pleasure to see you as well, Marquis. I am a cleric of the Matron of Ravens. I just wanted to know if you have any afflictions or wounds I could treat."
Well, I don't know. I could use a pick-me-up hose, but they fed me occasionally. And, yeah, it's.
Well, just in
I
case,
haven't gotten much exercise in a couple of years.
I'm going to cast Remove Curse. I don't know if he is cursed, but I will still cast it. Just pulling out the claret symbol and saying a prayer, and then just to ease the pain, cure wounds.
Okay. As you do, he kind of shivers a little bit and thanks you.
Of course.
Seems better for it.
Yes,
The rest of you. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just going to tell him. I am a part of the group that dispatched the Rakshasa that I assume has been keeping you here. It was under the guise of Connell.
That's what it was. That makes sense. Yes, I knew that Connell was the one who had put me in here, but I did not know that's what he was. Really? I mean, I've heard of such things, but that's...
Yes, it was. We and the. I don't know Shay's last name. I was gonna mention like their. I'm sure I would know it. Yeah.
I don't. Shay, have you been sharing your last name?
Nope.
All right. Well, he would just say, yes. I worked with a local family that has been also attacked by this creature. One, Attell the Magnificent, and his daughter Shay. But I don't mean to throw all the details at you. I suggest you stretch your legs a little, but rest as much as you can. And yes. I'm not trying to like question him or anything, but
yes, yeah. All right. As you're doing this, the rest of you are kind of left with a bunch of guards in this large room with just kind of a slightly slowly shifting undead tabaxi at the other end of the room. Crom, as you're standing there, your friend Riz kind of pops over your shoulder and says, it would probably be good if you dispatched of it.
The tabaxi?
I mean, it's undead. We don't need that here, right?
I'm gonna ask Tom what he thinks.
What do I think about what?
Hey, should I kill this thing?
What thing?
This
What are you talking
tabaxi.
about?
This tabaxi thing. It's undead. It's still a thing. I'm gonna kill it.
The Marquis? This is the Marquis, right?
Well, I mean, it
Or
was
the-
formerly known as the Marquis, but technically, it's not being treated as the Marquis right now.
Okay, I'm gonna put it to the group. Can I kill this thing? Shouldn't we kill it and put it to rest?
I mean, I guess.
I would be worried about what the guards may think. I mean, as long as it's not viewed as murdering the Marquis, then I don't care.
I agree with Chomp. But I don't feel like fighting all the guards right now.
It's not
Yeah,
doing it right now, right? It's just standing
It's
there.
not. It's just kind of standing there, kind of just like shifting back and forth slowly.
I wonder if
About 20 feet off.
somebody attunes to that thing, if it could just kind of like, end it that way without a fight.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
I
mean,
wouldn't mind having my own undead creature.
Well, it's not very good socially.
Neither am
Yeah.
I.
I feel like that
I
goes
mean,
without
I think
saying.
we definitely had this discussion last time. I think about undead creatures.
I'm
As you
just
are
wondering if
discussing
we can-
this, oh, sorry, what?
I was just wondering if I can, like, if he's the soul that's maybe in my circlet. And maybe that's why he's looking at me. And maybe we should
Oh,
keep him around a lot
definitely.
longer.
Definitely.
Hey,
So, I
Roland,
kill
make a.
What?
Do I
You
kill
kill
it?
it?
Do I kill it?
What are
No,
you?
Crumb.
Oh.
Riz,
We wait
Riz
and see
says yes, kill it.
You just run up and smash?
I want the group has to be very clear with Crom because I will take whatever and go with it.
I think you should kill it.
Okay.
I'm not there right now, so I can't tell you otherwise.
This
I
is
think
true.
we should wait, Crom, and let me see if I can't shove this thing's power into the circlet. And that way I'll have an undead follower.
As Riz says, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it.
If Roland gets an undead thrall, then I get one too.
Okay, but Riz, why should I kill this thing? Why?
Because it would be fun.
Yeah, you're right. But I don't.
Go on.
I don't want anybody to be mad at me, Riz.
I'm going to be mad at you if you kill it.
Roland, make an Arcana check.
Okay. Oh, my dice disappeared. Here it is.
Oh,
Magic.
17 and 19.
19. You're not big on magic, but you've studied some of it just in the private school that your parents sent you to. Just the general history and things like that. And you've heard stories of things like this. You think that it may dissipate the undead nature of the creature just to give it back the circlet.
I really like the idea of having an undead fighter to call on.
Totally understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Around this time, excuse me, Quintus comes back into the room along with a slightly haggard-looking older dwarf. The dwarf comes in and says, "I'm sorry. Who are all these nice people? Hello."
Yes, these were the companions I was telling you about. And
Oh.
Anyways, hello everyone. What did I miss?
Should I kill this thing?
What?
No.
The undead?
Yeah. You don't like them, right?
No, they should be. His soul needs to be released, but I feel it is not his fault. So that we could probably do this a little more peacefully.
I want to try to attune him to my circlet and see if I can't get my own undead fighter to call on in battle.
We've had this conversation already.
No, you and I have not.
Look, what's more useful, a cleric or an undead?
Ooh.
You have no sense of humor, you know that?
I've been told this before, but I feel it's an occupational hazard.
Did he just ultimatum us?
It's not like I'm raising him from the dead. He's already dead. He's here. My circlet attunes to dead creatures.
Yes, he was
I think we
forcefully
should keep him.
returned by a fiend. He needs to be let go.
He needs to be shoved in my
Promise
circlet.
I'm freaking out. He's
What?
like, I have to kill it. I have to kill it. Something is telling me to kill it.
What? No.
I have to kill it.
What? Wait, what is this the little girl that is following you around?
Yeah.
And see, she's even imaginary.
No, she's not. No, she's very there.
Okay, I'm sorry, Crumb. But I really think I should be allowed to have this creature. We don't even know if it's the same creature that's in my circlet.
Where are we? Where
Can
are
I
we?
kill it later?
Where are we standing at?
You are standing in the middle of a large audience chamber, with a few chairs around, and there's probably a dozen or so Zalezo that are just staring at you as you're having this rather loud conversation as to whether to kill the former Marquis.
No. Here, I have an easy way to solve this. Chomsky, you identified the circlet, correct?
Yep.
Is there a way to release the soul?
Would I know that?
You might know that. Make an Arcana check.
I mean, yeah, identify.
Oh yeah, with identify, you would know how to release it.
Okay.
So, releasing it, these things, they're called remnants. Not revenants, but remnants. Generally, they exist to find the circlet and release themselves. Gaining possession of the circlet will release it, but it has to be given to it, as the soul is actually trapped inside the circlet. It's kind of like house elves and a piece of clothing.
So yeah, you can release its soul by giving it back the circlet.
Look, we don't even know that this circlet goes with this cat.
Well, easy way to find out. Just give it to the creature.
I don't want to.
Roland, why would you want to enslave another entity's soul?
Because it would be cool.
Do you hear how that question sounds? Obviously.
All right. Shay, what do you think I should do?
I mean,
think about the advantages.
it's definitely it's quite a sticky point, and honestly, I'm going to side with that you shouldn't.
I shouldn't give it back?
Like, I don't think you should enslave a creature at all.
It's dead.
And
Look at it, it's mangy.
I mean, I understand, but I'm with Quintus on this.
I pipe in an earlier discussion from the other day about whether, a skeleton, it's just an animated object as far as I'm concerned. This is actually a soul. So in this case, it would be wrong to keep it around.
Okay, you people are no fun, y'all have no imagination, and y'all owe me a ton of drinks for this.
I will definitely buy you a drink.
I have an
Anyone
idea.
else?
Let's release this, Roland. Give me the circlet. When you die, I'll bring you back as a revenant.
What if you die before me? I will give the friggin' thing back. I'm just not happy about it, and I want that on the record.
It is certainly on the record.
Can I kill it with a circlet?
No, I'm going to hand it the circlet, and then we're going to all watch it go poof.
I can't snap.
And at that, I take the circlet over to the marquee and hand it to the half-rotting marquee and hand it to him.
I want to snap its head with the circlet.
And I'm giving y'all all the stinky eye at the same time.
As you're giving the stink eye to the rest of the party and you kind of hand it over, the tabaxi kind of puts out its hands and grasps it, and as it does, it kind of pulls it into its chest and looks down and looks at you, and there's almost this look of relief that kind of washes over its face as its entire body starts to it's basically like, the snap in Avengers. It just starts to turn slowly to dust and seems to start blowing away on this unseen wind, and within a few moments, the body, as well as the circlet, are gone. Yeah.
I'm gonna pat Roland. You made the right choice.
I'm going to give you a certain snarl. Because I'm still not happy about this.
The old dwarf Marquis, just kind of watching, says, "Well, isn't that something? All right. Wow. Okay. You don't see that every day."
No, you don't.
Well, I'm really, I suppose, must be getting home. I haven't been there in going on 3 years, apparently. My wife's going to be very worried. In any case, it was nice meeting you all. I suppose I'll see you around. And as he kind of gestures to some of the Zalezo, about half a dozen of them escort him out, leaving you and a few other guards just kind of standing there. Nobody quite knows what to do with you right now, as you are still in possession of as long as you've kept up the concentration on and re-upped the spell, a floating Rakshasa body just kind of bobbing in back of you like a balloon.
So, who's gonna take over?
Wait, is that Zalezo, who was in charge of the investigation, still here?
She is, yes.
I will just ask. Well, you were in charge of the investigation of the Reaper and motions to the Rakshasa. I suppose it would only be right to transfer ownership of the body to you, to do with as you wish.
I'm gonna hand her the
The string.
string.
She looks at you and is kind of like, all right. That's very nice of you. Looking up at the Rakshasa floating above, just like, will it stay like this?
He'll run out soon.
Okay. She gestures to some of the others, Lezo, and hands them the rope and kind of nods her head to the side, and they leave. But not before she says, don't leave town. We're going to probably want to talk to you.
About what?
Just we like to know exactly what happened, and we've got to get some paperwork together, things like that.
But that's boring.
All right, we'll be in touch.
Goodbye.
And she frowns and then walks out.
Can I yell at her back? Because I have a question for her.
Yep.
Is there a reward for this Rakshasa? Because we deserve it.
Well, I mean, there was a gold reward for the capture or killing of the Reaper. It was 400 gold.
Oh.
I suppose if you drop by the office, we can get that to you. I had not thought of that. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Mm.
In any case, we'll be seeing you.
Mm-hmm.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
And you are left to your own devices, standing in the keep.
So we are for sure going to search Connell's room, right?
Definitely.
All right.
I'm not very good at the searching, so someone else might want to.
I mean,
I'm only so at it. At investigation.
Also, I feel kind of bad for that dwarf. He thinks his wife is still waiting on him. Poor guy.
Yeah.
All right. So, I mean, this is a keep, a fairly large, castle-like building, kind of a cross between a manor and a castle. It's not especially defensible, but it's fairly solidly built. It has a nice partially burned garden in the back.
Partially burned.
Partially burned. There are many rooms, bedrooms. There's a good-sized dining hall. There is in the basement a actual spring that comes up through the rock, and there's a large pool that's built around it.
Can I go inside the dining room?
What about the dining room?
Can I go loot the dining room?
I mean, you can. I mean,
Can we not loot my soon-to-be house?
This is technically Shay's
Well,
house.
you did have that's true. You did get that prediction from the cards that you would get a big house.
And it happened.
Can't I just have some silver? I mean, y'all made me give up the gold.
No, you can have a drink.
I
Or a
mean,
bath. You might want a bath.
here, how about this? We searched Connell's room. I'm sure he had something in there, and if there is any gold to be split amongst us, you can have my share.
Thank you.
Of course. No, good deeds should be rewarded, Roland.
Thank you.
Okay. So who's going to? Is everybody going to go to search Connell's rooms?
And I mean, I'm gonna go with to supervise.
All right. Who wants to lead up the investigation?
I would like to do that.
Okay, go ahead and roll an investigation check. It's easy enough to find where the room is. It is the largest of the kind of suites in the place. What'd you roll?
Let's see. 26.
Wow.
26. All right. All right. As you all kind of spread out, looking around, Sirthis is very good at this and finds a couple things. Several sets of very fine clothing, mostly in silks, some in very soft wool, and mostly in greens with like silver accents on them. It seemed to be his color palette of choice. You find in one of the connected kind of sitting rooms, just piles of jewels, many of which are diamonds, but there's a good number of rubies, some sapphires, some emeralds, things like that. Probably a few thousand gold worth. Yeah, you also find several other journals similar to the one Etel found on the body. It seems that he had either had plans for or had already tortured and killed several other individuals that were on his list.
That's not disturbing at all.
Yeah, it's interesting stuff. Makes for, it's a hair-raising read, to be sure. Let's see, you had a pretty good roll. I'm trying to see if there's anything else you would have found. Okay. You also find a hand.
Oh,
Like it looks like a dismembered hand. That from the look of it, it looks fairly similar to the Rakshasa's own hand. Kind of with claws that come out and things like that. But it looks like it's been kind of dried up and it's kind of shriveled and kind of like this.
Didn't we find a hand? Hadn't we seen a hand somewhere else before? Or I don't know. Maybe
I'm
not.
not sure. I honestly don't remember.
Maybe it will give us magic wishes.
You gotta watch those magic wishes. I'm pretty sure that's how we ended up in this pandemic.
I will be casting like detect magic and all that stuff.
Okay. Taking the time to cast detect magic, you actually don't find any other magic items in here except for the fact that the hand itself seems to be giving off magic. Specifically, it's giving off oh gosh, I can't remember the school of magic. There it is. Abjuration. Yes.
You want to identify it, or do you want me to identify it?
Yeah, I can identify it.
All right, taking another 10 minutes to cast Identify. You find it is a Rakshasa hand. Anybody holding it can once a day cast Globe of Invulnerability without requiring concentration.
Mm. That's pretty fucking good.
I have my necklace that detects any kind of magic doors or passages or hidden stuff. Do I get any vibrations?
You walking around the room, you do not
Yes.
get any. Yeah, no hidden doors in here. All right. So yeah, I mean, mostly it's the things. It's the things you would find in a very. Yeah. in a very rich kind of hoarder's place. Lots of jewels, very nice clothes, and a hand, which apparently was from another Rakshasa.
Because that's not disturbing.
I mean, fiends be fiends,
Yeah.
indeed. All right. Okay. What would y'all like to do? Attel at this point takes his leave. Shay, he tells you he's very proud of you.
Oh,
And
I love you.
and he said he hopes you'll be back in town. Or maybe even stay. He misses having you around.
I certainly think I will stay. Next time.
Okay. All right. What are we doing as a group?
I do think that once, I'd say we do this after we get our, gold reward, that we do see if they can help us with our next mission. Because it benefits them also, so, I mean.
Yes, I think we have curried quite a bit of favor. That is a good idea. And we already had some sort of. Did we have any caravan options for where we were going?
You were told that it was fairly easy to find trading caravans moving up and down the. Oh gosh, I can't remember the name. The road. The Gilded Roadway.
Okay.
Yeah, which heads into Nicodranus and then up into the Empire. But nothing specific. Which, yeah, that reminds me. You were tasked with finding the pieces of the Betrayer shackles, and you were on your way to the ruins of Draconia before you got sidetracked here.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I feel we have done much good here, and I'm more than ready to continue onward. Maybe we sell some of these gems that this vile creature hoarded here
Yes.
while we're still in civilization.
I like that plan.
I would like to maybe hang on to one of the diamonds.
Okay.
Because I think I have a pearl, but for material components.
Yes, I do have a spell that if, for some strange reason, one of you were to die in a short frame, I could bring you back as long as your soul is willing. but it uses up a very expensive diamond in the process. I've got one at the moment, so there is one freebie. If any of these diamonds are worth about 300 gold or 500 gold, they could be used. But if not, I did promise Roland my share, so whatever we make.
All right. Yeah, going through, there's several good-sized diamonds. You can definitely find at least, oh gosh, like 2 that are probably worth around 300 gold. Something the size for 500 gold, you don't, not in diamonds do you see here. There's a few rubies that you think might be worth that, but.
So I could just take one of the diamonds. I don't suppose you all will be dying that much, right? You're very good at not dying, actually.
Yes, I think it'll be okay.
And the rest of my share will go to Roland. Is that okay, Roland?
That is fine.
Okay, thank you. All right, I'll add another diamond to my pack.
And then yeah, Chomp, you can. There's definitely one here that you could use 300 diamond, 300 gold worth of 1 diamond.
Yeah, I'll take the other one.
All right. There are also assorted others, a lot of other assorted jewels and gems here. So.
I would like to sell. I like gold. Pardon, I could not help myself.
Dear.
You know I couldn't.
I mean, couldn't you though?
No.
Couldn't you though?
No.
All right. Okay. Anything else you're wanting to do in the keep? Yes, no, yes. All right.
I suggest we just hold on to those journals and give them to the Zalezo. But beyond that, good to go.
All right.
Oh yeah, were there any books or I guess the journals were just sort of personal writings, but in his room or a library of some sort?
It doesn't seem so. I mean, not in his room anyway. There is a small library in the keep that you kind of saw as you were walking by. It's mostly fiction. It seems that whether it was that Etel really likes novels, or when he first built the place, or whether the Rakshasa himself just liked, a little bit of escapism. But yes, especially spy thrillers, it looked like.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yes, of course a fiend would like Robert Patterson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. That's disappointing. She's just judging the hell out of his book choices.
Fair. Okay. Did you all want to head over to the Zalezo headquarters? You do have a. Sorry.
A date
You
with
do have
300 gold.
Yeah, it's 400 gold.
Oh, a date with 400 gold.
And you could drop the journals off as well. All right, heading over there, you come in. They were given your descriptions, and so a Zalezo takes you into the back to the same room. Some of you remember from your small infiltration of this, where the Lieutenant Costa, is currently kind of cleaning off the big board with all the the red strings and everything across it. And says, yes, it's good to see you. I suppose you're here for your reward.
Yes, and any other questions you might have for us?
She kind of goes behind her desk and pulls out a good-sized bag. There's 400 gold, and kind of puts it in front of you. I mean, my main question would be mostly how you killed it. We've had some local arcanists going over the body, and apparently it's very dangerous. Who knows?
Well, I kept stunning it.
Stunning. Okay.
Yeah, sometimes
kinda
when I
do
punch things, I can just daze it.
All right. That's okay. That helps, I think. I'm not sure. Okay.
Overwhelming brute force.
Overwhelming. I'll make a note. I mean, that's how we generally defeat most things, honestly.
And I mean, technically it's not entirely dead, but...
Oh. You know what?
Its soul is... I mean, it's a fiend.
Yes. Okay.
I'm going to look at everyone else to continue explaining.
Oh, well, its soul will return to the 9 hells, from which it will, in some amount of time, be reborn into a new form, and probably come to take revenge on us for beating the life out of its mortal coil.
Oh, okay.
As I believe I told you before, Atel had the issue with this creature because he had such an interaction in his past.
Yes. That's okay. As she kind of looks at you, as you're saying this and looks between you, she starts rubbing her temples and just right.
So it's good that none of you fought it. So now there's no, curse on your generations and lineages.
Yeah.
Well, that's good, I suppose. Also, I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm not going to require you to stay in town anymore if you don't want. Just not that you can't. But maybe. Just for public safety wise.
Actually, we were thinking about hanging around longer because we were looking for the fastest ride towards it. You see, we have to get to Draconia, but we thought maybe we'd make a base camp here and just like really, really find the perfect sort of caravan to take us. But if you could find us something better. Or perhaps the new Marquis or old Marquis has a word in with someone.
I mean, there's definitely caravans leaving every day. I'm sure we could find you a ride. It should be easy enough. Yes, I will get somebody on it. We can do that. I will send somebody over. You are at the keep still, yes?
Yes.
All right, we will send somebody over as soon as we've found a ride for you.
Wonderful, thank you.
All right.
Yes, thank you for allowing us to leave and not forcing us to stay here, Iroll.
I don't like you.
Not a lot of people do.
He grows on you. And I pat his back.
What, like a mold?
Similar.
Oh, all right.
but like a pleasant mold that you could eat. Fungus.
You're going to eat the gnome? I'm confused. You know what? Have a nice day. We'll send somebody over.
Wonderful. Bye.
All right. You don't have to wait back at. Did you all want to go back home, or is there anything else you wanted to do in town now?
I'm good.
All right. You
Just
don't have to wait. Oh, sorry.
sell the leftover gems, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to know what the value is, so we can go ahead and have it, like in case we need to buy healing potions, if possible, or otherwise.
I mean, with the gems that are left, after taking out a couple of the
The 2
what's it
diamonds.
called? Yeah, the 2 diamonds. You find you can get them priced pretty easily. This is a fairly good sized industrial city, so there's definitely some, a lot of merchants and craftsmen and things like that. You can get about 2,500 gold for the gems that are there.
Sweet.
Which you can split up however you would like.
Evenly.
There are 6 of you.
As evenly as possible.
Wait, are there 7 of us?
No.
Where's Salai?
Yeah, if I had to guess, I'd say kidnapped again.
Mm.
There's a tendency to do that.
What?
Kidnapped?
Yeah, he usually ends up all right. He always lands on his feet. Lucky guy.
What? Huh.
I would really like an explanation.
No, I don't know if I want an explanation. That is bizarre, but regardless, if Salai is not being given a portion, then I abdicated my portion, so split it 5 ways, I suppose. Which makes the split easier. All of you get 500.
Mm-hmm.
All right, each of you gets 500 gold.
And with also is that with the reward money?
But yeah, then there's 400 gold in reward money.
So, how much altogether?
I don't know, math.
I don't math.
I mean, if we're splitting the reward money equally, then it's just divided by 6. So
I mean, I don't think any of us math especially well. That's why we are playing 5e.
it's 66 to the power of 6. But oh god, I just don't care. Do you have like a party fund?
Like for buying
They do have a
alcohol
group fund.
Well, I mean, like
party. Like
Yeah.
what?
We do have a group fund.
I suggest just putting the 400 into the group fund.
Okay, it's in my bag of holding, so I'll adjust.
All right. So, spending some time in town, selling off a massive amount of jewels
That we found.
that you found. They fell off the back of the truck.
A truck made of diamonds.
A diamond truck. You get back to the keep, kind of settle in. If you'd like, you could definitely all have kind of a suite in this keep.
Yes.
It's pretty nice.
Yes.
There
We can
are-
all have our own rooms in my house.
Yes,
I'm going to keep
Exactly.
saying that.
in your house.
My house.
What?
Whose house?
Mine.
In the middle of the street.
My house. Yeah.
But after a little bit of hanging out, Azalezo comes and finds you and informs you that a caravan has been found that is leaving town. Not too long from now, tomorrow morning. You've spent most of the day kind of dealing with things, doing the selling, finding stuff in the keep. And it is at this point you've been awake for 48 hours.
Yeah, I need to go to sleep.
Yeah, you're getting fairly tired. So you could each take a long rest.
Yes.
Waking in the morning, you are escorted to the eastern edge of town, where a very nice family, a trading family by the name of Arabal is their last name. Eduardo is the kind of the patriarch of the family, welcomes you in and tells you it'll be just a couple days getting to Nicodranas, and from there you'll have to figure out how you want to get to Draconia. But
Cool.
let me see here. Yeah. So 2 days to Nicodranas is uneventful. And coming up over a small rise, you see the city of Nicodranas, which is a good bit larger than Port Zune, kind of spread out in front of you. It's a very colorful city. It looks like it was haphazardly built over the course of generations. There's many different styles of architecture and many different colors being used. And then on the waterfront, kind of going out on its own jetty, you see this massive... Yes, gentle repose, that's a good idea. Anyway, sorry. You see this massive lighthouse with the carved figure of a woman gesturing out to sea on the front of it. And this is Nicodranas. Getting out your map that you all carry, somewhere around anyway, and talking with the traders as you're over the course of your 2 days, you find that the map you have, generally getting the idea of where things are is not totally accurate. But there are 2 ways to get to Draconia from here. Either through the jungle and then over most of the Ashkeeper Peaks, or going north into the Empire and then coming back down south on the Ifist River into the Ashkeeper Peaks. They both would take about the same amount of time. It's just depending on how much risk you want to take. It sounds like going north into the Empire might be the easier route, but it's not the most direct route. So, which would you like to do?
I'm worried that if we go through the Empire, we might get distracted again. And my survival skills are pretty dope, so I'm cool with going the more direct way. What do you think, Tom?
What does everybody else think?
I think the jungle sounds fun.
Yes, I trust Crom's outlander skills.
Mm-hmm.
right. Y'all want to go through the jungle?
Yes, perhaps a welcome to the jungle.
Jungle.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Now it's in my head.
You're welcome.
Thank you. It would have been anyway.
Yeah, I've got like a +5 to survival too, so it's not too bad.
All right. Would you like to take any time in Nicodranus, or are just a small like overnight and then into the jungle?
I suppose does anyone else have healing potions?
I think we should do some shopping.
Just I have the one, and I believe I gave some away, or at least one away. I'm trying to remember. In case I cannot get to you, I don't want anyone to be in too much danger.
Does everybody have a healing potions? I know there's a few.
I don't think I have a healing potion.
Me either.
Mhm.
All right. Going around town, you can find healing potions pretty easily. If you'd like. Let me see. Who wants to get a healing potion?
I'd like to get 2 or 3, and then I'd like to drop back and find a poison shop.
Ooh, more poison. All right. Okay, Roland, make a. Let me see something. Yeah. Make a general. Make a perception check.
Ooh, I'm not very perceptive today. 8.
8. It takes you a while. Eventually, you find a shop that it looks like they probably have herbs and things like that, maybe potions. You're not sure about poison. Poison can sometimes be a hard thing to find.
Yeah.
But
But I do want 2 healing potions too.
yeah. But going in, the little bell clinking on the door as the 6 of you walk in, you find a nice little shop where there is a human woman, and she welcomes you as you come in and says, "Yes, what can we do for you?" We have some nice sorrel today. Rose hips. Any of this?
Do you have healing potions by any chance?
We can do that. How many are you needing? She starts kind of digging around in a corner in some boxes, and brings out 3 healing potions.
All right. Is that all you have in the store?
That's all I have. We generally, we don't carry a lot here on hand. I can do 40 gold a piece.
Okay. Who of y'all all needs one?
I have one, so that is fine.
Crom does not have one.
Okay, so I'll buy one for you and one for me.
Thank you.
And does anybody else need a healing potion? Well, I'll buy all 3 and give one to Crumb.
Okay, I give you 40 gold for it.
No, I just give it to you.
Okay.
I mean, we've got the party gold anyways.
Yeah. So I just spent 120 gold.
Yeah, it's 120 gold.
Okay.
All right.
And then I'm going to hang back while after the rest of y'all leave the shop.
All right. As they leave, what are you doing? Are you going to ask about poison?
I'm going to switch into Thieves' Camp
Oh,
and ask her about poison.
she gives you a weird look and says, "Why are you speaking gibberish to me?"
And then I say, I'm so sorry. Thank you very much. And go catch up with my friends.
Okay. All right. Cool. So after a nice, refreshing day in Nicodranus, you have the world in front of you, and you said you're heading into the jungle, and welcome to it, and all that.
Do y'all think we should look for some jungle supplies stuff like machetes and all that if they have them?
Yeah, and also, I guess this is a question that I wouldn't know about your campaign as of yet. Like, are rations and that sort of thing all that important?
Generally, as long as let me think.
Because I mean, I'd stock up. It's not like they're expensive, and we have a bag of holding.
You were given a good amount of rations by the cultists of Vesta a couple sessions ago. And generally, as long as everybody remembers to buy some food every once in a while, I'm not too worried about it.
Yeah, I do the same. So.
Yeah, and you were given like a good amount of rations and things that I believe are in the bag of holding.
Cool.
At least,
right.
Yeah. So you do have you have the basics you'd need to survive out in the wilderness for a little bit.
Yeah, we've got Crom, who can probably hunt very well, so it's fine.
Yeah. All right. Does anybody want to buy machetes or maybe a pith helmet or?
I do.
Some quinine, tonic water.
Legitimately, if I can find a pith helmet, I feel like that goes really well with my aesthetic.
That's true.
Just
make an investigation check.
Oh, yes, of course. My first roll of the day. 15.
15.
Wow.
You cannot find a pith helmet.
Dang.
They've all been taken by giant humanoid hippos.
Monsters.
No, it's not really the style here in Nicodranus. More kind of flowy robes and pantaloons is kind of the thing here.
All right.
Yeah. And in fact, it looks like a lot of the shops are a little bit more bare than you'd usually see. Apparently, there's been a war on to the north between the empires to the north, and a lot of goods have been bought up over the course of the last year or so.
Oh, dang. Also, I just remembered probably the day after the long rest, because there's no way I would have remembered to do this the day of. I need to message my the leader of the Claret Order and the founder, just so they know Rakshasa has been dealt with temporarily. Thank you for their concern and guidance.
Okay. You don't get a response this time.
Yeah, that's fine. I just want them to know. All right.
Okay, so off into the jungle. I need to find my notes on the jungle. Where is the notes? There it is. Okay. All right, so the Kwaraska jungle is a fairly good-sized expanse of lush green vegetation, much of it unexplored, to the east of Nicodranas. It butts up against the Ashkeeper Peaks on the very far east side of it. You're expecting it to, based on things that you've asked around town a little bit, asked a few traders. Not many people go into the jungle, and fewer people go through the Ashkeeper Peaks. But just based on stories and the few people who seem to have been in parts of it, you're expecting about 3 days hard travel through the jungle, and then several more over the mountains, probably. Everybody who you come across tells you to be careful out there. It's many people have gone in and never come out. It's a very pretty place, but apparently dangerous. So, starting out, who wants to lead up navigating through the jungle?
Calm can lead.
All right, could you make a survival check?
16.
16. All right. Over the course of the first day, you do a pretty good job. You can find a lot of game trails through here. Occasionally even come near what looks like maybe a small settlement in the jungle, although the further you go in, the less and less you see of anything. Even game trails start to become scarce. Whether that's because there's not a lot of animals this deep in, or because the jungle just reclaims things so fast that trails find it hard to last. You're not sure. You don't see a whole lot of animals going through. There's a good number of birds, and occasionally you hear the calls of what sounds like it might be some type of monkeys in the distance. But nothing real close to you. The occasional rustle in the bushes that you think might either be birds or some lizards, things like that. At one point you come across what looks like it might have been some type of large animal, but it's entirely wrapped up in a large green vine about 20 feet over your head. And you see several other of these vines kind of hanging from the tree, unraveled. And you keep some distance on it. But it's mostly an uneventful day. And as the sun comes down, you decide it's probably a good time to sleep, as some different noises start to come from out in the jungle. A loud, low hooting, kind of long, mournful noise you hear a couple times. Kind of sends a chill up your spine. You also occasionally feel a slight rumble in the ground, as if something very large is moving a ways off.
Your glass of water starts rippling.
Yes. Don't move. Their vision is based on movement. So I'm guessing we're setting up the dome and everything for the night. And Sirthus, you want to keep watch?
Liam's tiny hut.
Was that? Yeah, Liam's tiny hut, I'm guessing.
Yep.
All right.
A normal thing, yep.
Roll a perception check for Casilda, for keeping an eye out overnight.
17.
17. Okay. So, with the 17, yeah. Over the course of the night, you see several good-sized animals go by. At one point, Casilda catches sight of what you think is probably an owl bear, a pretty large one, as well as a troop of some type of you've never seen a lot of these before, but some type of monkey, maybe a dozen or so of them, makes their way through the trees overhead and kind of stop briefly to look at the dome, throw a few things at it, and when it doesn't do anything, they continue on. But yeah, other than that, nothing tonight. All right, for the second day, Crom, could you roll another survival check to see how you do?
Sorry, 14.
14. Okay. And I didn't do this on the first day, but does anybody want to keep a lookout while Crom is guiding?
I'll do that also.
Yeah, go ahead
Then
and roll up. Yeah, roll a perception check.
21.
21. Okay, so the second day, you're still going all right. You're finding it a little bit harder to get through. Mostly because it's just thicker here. The jungle is really starting to get around. At one point, a smaller version of those vines you had seen catches on Roland's arm and tries to rip him up into the tree, but it's too small, and it ends up ripping itself off because he's too heavy for it. And it's a little bit disconcerting that the plants are trying to eat you, but Cirthus, about halfway through the day, you notice that same rumbling that you had remarked on the day before, and it seems to be louder around you. Just kind of passing every now and then. But as the day goes on, it seems to get louder and nearer. And as it does, you realize that there's something actually underground. In the vicinity, and it's slowly seems to be circling. First it was further out, and now it seems to be circling underground closer and closer. Do with that what you will. I don't know if you want to warn the rest of the group or it's up to you.
I'm the only one noticing this?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, then I would
Yeah.
I would definitely let people know.
All right. You all are apprised of the situation that it seems like there's something large underground that might be trying to find you.
I want to, can I do a nature check to see if I know of any creature in this habitat, this jungle that burrows underground?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm also going to do detect thoughts when it becomes like kind of like the loudest or whatever, or the most intense, so that I feel like it's the closest. It's got to be within 30 feet. Try to tell if there's intelligent life nearby.
What'd you get?
Okay.
Wait, I think it can be blocked by a little bit of stone. So
Okay. What'd you get?
21.
21. All right, so trying to detect thoughts, you actually don't get anything. With a 21, you think this is, you've encountered like a giant worm before. At first you think it might be the same kind of thing, but then you realize that this is a pretty wet jungle, and it probably isn't the same Chthonian worm that you would come across in Iman. But it might be something similar, you think.
Hey, you guys remember that worm that one time? I think it's kind of like that, but wetter.
And as you say this, there is a fairly loud rumbling that happens, and the earth erupts just a ways in front of you, not too far off. And you see a rather large, kind of sickly purple looking, with a yellow underbelly worm with just a mouth of teeth upon teeth erupt from the ground and kind of swing around, looking in each direction, trying to find out exactly where all of you are. Yeah, could you all roll initiative? Yes. Here, 1 sec. I gotta do something. Okay. Rolling initiative. Who's got what?
Quintus has a 16.
All right.
That's not too shabby.
Shay has a 14.
She has 14. No, not too shabby at all.
Crom has 13.
Oh gosh, that's what I'm doing. All right.
Ooh. Ooh.
Roland, what did you get?
Oh, a nat 1. So plus my initiative, that would be 5.
Oh wow.
Yeah, not my roll.
All right.
And I got a 12.
All right. So. 12. Or. Is that everyone? Oh, Sirthus.
$11.
11. All right. All right. So, as this thing comes up out of the ground, I'm assuming because you were leading the group, Crom, that you would have been in front. As it comes out of the ground, you are all kind of surprised it's right in front of you, and it immediately takes a bite at Crom. And that is a 16 to hit.
Does not hit.
Does not hit. All right. As it's biting at you, and you're fairly distracted, you kind of sense something happening from almost over your shoulder to the left, and as its tail erupts from the ground next to you, and that is a 25 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
All right. All right. So you take 23 piercing damage. And too many d6s. All right. As well as 23 poison damage. That's a lot of damage. All right. Actually, no, I did this slightly wrong, didn't I? Yes. And could you make a Constitution saving throw? Okay. So actually, you only take 11 poison damage. Okay. With that, the giant purple worm brings itself back underground and disappears down the hole it came out of. Quintus, it's your turn. Shay, you're up next.
Oh boy.
You do get an attack of opportunity on it, Krom.
Okay.
Word.
So do you, Roland. It is big, and so do you, Shay.
17 plus 8 to hit. That's numbers.
That'll hit.
Indicator.
Reroll damage.
22 to hit.
That'll hit. What about you, Roland? I'm sorry?
I got 13 damage, Crom.
All right, 13. Krom.
$11 for damage.
11. And Roland, you do get one attack as it's leaving your area.
Ooh, could I make that a stunning strike?
I mean,
Thank
Yeah.
you.
well, let me look at the
I'm just
exact
saying.
wording. I mean,
Yes.
You're a monk. This is what you do.
Yes.
Features and trades. No. Yeah, because when you hit with a melee attack.
Con save.
It's, probably got a beastly con, but
Likely, but I can try.
yeah, if we're
mean-
lucky.
Yeah, let's see. That is 22.
Oh yeah, no, it definitely beats that.
All right. And Roland, did you want to take a attack of opportunity as well?
Yeah, I got a 20 to hit.
That'll hit. What do you got for damage?
I'm gonna use my blazing longbow, and I'm gonna do sneak attack. So that's 6, 11, 13,
So
18,
you gotta.
and
So as a point of order on this, a attack of opportunity, I believe, has to be a melee weapon.
oh, does it? Okay, I'm gonna use my rapier, which still makes it 13. I mean, it still makes it 20 to hit.
Okay.
And let me find my D8. Here it is. All right, so that's 5. And can I still do sneak attack?
Allies were within 5 feet.
Yeah.
So 5. Oh, wow. 5, 10, 15, 16, and 5 would be 21 damage.
21 damage. What you never want to hear a rogue say, "Oh wow."
Damn.
Okay. As it's going back and the hole kind of slithering back in, you are all able to get a hit on it. Unfortunately, the stun doesn't take. I'm sorry, Sherry. Yes. I just gotta throw things with giant cons at you, that's all. Oh, and whose turn is it? It is. Well, Quintus's turn. Yeah, it's Quintus's turn. Yeah. Okay.
All right. I think we're gonna Crom took some damage, but Crom looks fine, right?
Crom took some damage, but yeah.
Okay. Then I will. Let's see. I'm going to cast a 3rd level bless and bless everyone.
Okay. All right, you are all blessed.
So what that means is on attack, all of your attacks and all of your saving throws, add a D4 to it.
Yes, remember that.
Like I will make sure to remind you because this thing's got mad poison and damage.
Yes.
And well, let's see. I guess I'll just like. I don't want to like separate from the group too much because that would isolate me. So I'll just move next to Shay.
Right next to Shay?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I mean, you're pretty close to her anyway.
Yeah, I figured. Well, then, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, just
Okay.
crowd the space a little bit.
Shay, what are we doing?
I can see it, right?
I mean, you can't see anything. It went back underground.
I'm gonna hold an attack.
Okay, for when it appears again?
Oh yeah.
All right. Okay. Crom, you are up next.
Okie dokie. So the thing is gone.
It's gone, but you can still feel a rumbling under the ground, but you can't see it. It's somewhere under there.
Okay, I guess I'll go ahead and I got really pissed that it disappeared, and I go into a rage.
Yeah.
Raging's good.
And I say, "Fuck you, worm!" And I rage.
Okay. Would you like to make you can hold an action or something like that if you'd like, because raging's a bonus action, right?
Yeah, and also, wait, yes. Hopefully I got these. I'm looking at the Vindicator, and I keep forgetting that it has a special power-up thing to do.
It does.
So I want to go ahead and light it up, whatever.
Okay. as you do, I can't remember. Does that take an action?
It's a bonus action?
Right.
Can I use 2 bonus actions?
I mean,
Trade an action for a bonus action?
yeah, I would say you could trade your action for that bonus action if you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I read myself in a spectral aura.
Yeah. So as you concentrate and go into your rage, you also are suddenly wreathed in like this like black flame, and your eyes suddenly appear like these dark, colorless, just like black hole pits.
Yeah.
As you look metal AF. And also, any melee attack against you now deals 1d6 necrotic damage to the target.
Yes.
Okay. Who is up next? It is Chomp. And Roland, you're up after that.
I guess. Yeah, I would think about it. I guess I could polymorph.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna polymorph into.
Okay.
Into another worm
Giant ape.
with lipstick and a wig.
Yes.
Roll to seduce giant worm.
Yes.
You're gonna have to roll high. You're not his type.
I want to. Well, I did giant ape last time. I'm gonna do Tyrannosaurus Rex. I'm gonna polymorph into a T-Rex.
Oh my. Okay. Give me 1 minute.
Woo! Yes! Yes. Awesome.
So, having seen a fossilized version in a museum once, you polymorph into a T-Rex. I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
since we leveled up to level 8, it's a challenge level 8, so it falls in my.
Yep.
That's right. All right. Cool. You are a T-Rex. Roland.
I'm gonna hold my action.
All right. And what weapon are you holding? You're gonna.
I think I'm gonna get my
dagger
blazing.
ready, or the longbow, or.
I think I'm gonna get blazing longbow ready.
Okay. All right. So you're holding your action. Shay, you're holding your action.
Mm-hmm.
And Cirthus, what was your role? For some reason, I didn't get you down.
11.
That's yeah. You should have been before rolling.
Okay.
All right, but go for it.
I can't see it, right?
You cannot see it. You can
Uh.
sense through your feet that it's moving around underneath.
And there's trees everywhere, right?
There's a good number of trees. You're in a smallish clearing here, and so there's some room, but yeah.
Well, I don't want to get far away from people, but I want to activate my belt.
Okay.
But I want to use thaumaturgy. I don't know if this will do anything. And it says that you can make harmless tremors in the ground. And I want to try to use that in case it uses some kind of vibration to detect people and target people, to attempt to throw it off. And then I'm going to bamf up into a tree.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a deception check.
That's a 5.
All right, good to know. And then you're going to bamf up into a tree. Cool. In a tree. Warlock in a tree. All right. As puff of smoke, of pink smoke, Sirthis disappears and then reappears up in the tree. At around the same moment as there's suddenly a T-Rex where Chomp was standing a moment ago. You all feel more trembling in the ground, and the earth underneath Quintus suddenly bursts. Quintus, could you make a dexterity saving throw?
Absolutely. That is a 12.
A 12. Okay. As it comes up.
Plus a D4. Excuse me. Hold on a sec. I gotta remember to do this. I didn't actually have a D4 out, because when the hell do you ever need a D4?
When you cast Bless?
I guess it's just been so long. Right. Although you could just tell me if like a +4 won't help, then I won't bother going.
What did you roll?
A 12.
Yeah, it's not gonna help.
Okay. Cool.
You are swallowed.
Fun.
As well as an 18 to hit with its teeth.
18 just hits.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you take 18 points of piercing damage.
All right. Hold on a sec.
You are now blinded and restrained.
I rolled a concentration check and got a 24.
Okay. All right. Good. Good to know. All right. And as the teeth kind of bite into you and it kind of swallows you down, and as you go in, you find it constraining you on all sides, you start to feel a little bit of burning from some type of fluid inside the worm.
Yep.
All right. And it is now your turn.
My turn, huh?
Yep. Well, actually...
Yeah, I think it's also there are 2 held
instant
actions.
checks.
Yeah.
That's right. There are 2 held actions before that. At the same time as it's doing this, though, it's going to, because you tried to stun it, its tail whips out of the ground right next to Shay. And
The held actions go off first.
they all go first?
Yeah, because they're
Oh
holding
yeah, that's right.
for when
They're
they
holding
see.
reactions.
Because that means Shay might have been able to stun it, so it wouldn't have even swallowed
That's
me
true.
anyway.
So hold on that then. Okay, Shay,
Yes.
your held attack. Go for it.
Save me!
I'm working on it. I'm gonna attempt stunning strike. Doesn't really affect it, but you know what? It could roll poorly.
Yeah, there's always a chance, and you gotta hit it first. So
Yeah, I know.
make your 2 attacks.
That's right. Well, I just got a nat 20.
Yeah, buddy.
That hits.
For the first attack, and a 17 for the second attack.
Second attack
17.
does not hit.
17 plus 4.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, roll that
Roll
d4.
a d4.
21.
That does hit. Okay.
Okay. So, and now I get to roll damage. So, for the nat 20, I need to roll. What else?
Just an extra damage die.
Extra damage. die.
Awesome. It's gonna hurt. Oh shit. So that's 15 damage
For the total or for the first attack?
for the first attack.
Nice.
Hot.
And are you stunning or just?
Yeah. I'm gonna stun with that one.
Okay.
It's probably gonna beat it, but
Yeah. All you can do is try.
That is a 27 to save.
it definitely beats it. And then for the second one, the second attack, so that would be 11 to hit.
11.
Sorry,
damage.
11 for damage.
11 damage.
11 damage. So 15 damage and 11 damage.
Are you stunning on the second one as well?
Of
or-
course I am. It
Okay.
might roll poorly.
Sorry, I'm doing quick math in my head.
Oh, you're good.
But yeah, total of 26 damage. Not too shabby.
And that is a 28.
Yeah, it
to
definitely
save.
beats it.
All right, so as it comes up and you bam, bam, it's once again just, it doesn't want to go down. It's just like, no, I will not be stunned. I love it when I say on stunning strings. Who else was holding an action? Rolling.
I was.
Go ahead and roll for
Okay.
attack.
That would be a 20, not nat, but with the 4 die 4.
Okay,
D4.
that'll hit.
And then let's see. Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure I've got all my dice. Okay. Oh, cool. And I get to do a sneak attack. How nice. All right, that's 9, 15, 20, 25. And let me roll my other 4. 30 for damage.
30. Okay. 6s. All right. And as you release your blazing longbow once again, it streaks out and buries itself right between two of like the armor plates on the outside of this thing, and it roars at you with kind of a full mouth, as it has swallowed Quintus. Whose turn? Shay, it's your turn now.
Oh, again.
Well, yeah,
Okay.
that was it was your held attack, and now your regular attack.
I'm very sorry. I am not a math person.
Now go for it.
23.
That'll hit.
Awesome. And I'm gonna go ahead and roll the next attack. $24 for the second attack, which
That
I'm
was
assuming hits.
yes.
So 6 to damage and 11 to damage, and I'm just gonna go ahead and use a key point to do flurry of blows
All right.
to give me another attack.
Cool.
Yeah, I think that one misses. It's a 14.
That does not hit. Yes.
So yeah, that's what I got. I just hit it with the pop pop.
Just pop, pop. The other two do not hit. And Crom, you're up.
A question about I saw the spectral aura is concentration, and so is my rage. So I guess if I have to choose, I'll just stay in a rage.
No, you can't concentrate on it. It itself.
Yeah. I mean, I can't concentrate while I'm in a rage.
Rage. Oh yeah, that's weird.
That is true. Let me look at this.
It says you can't concentrate on a spell.
On a spell.
Ah.
Yeah, because it's maintained. The aura is maintained via concentration, but it's not a spell.
Okay.
Cool.
So you can do both at the same time. It's just it acts. It functions like concentration.
All right then. Cool.
Yeah.
That is cool.
So I'm still in melee range of the worm, or where is it?
It is.
Which one?
It's kind of behind you and over to your left, or right, something like that.
Okay. I would like to run up to it and hit it with the Vindicator.
All right.
Mm, 15. 24 to hit.
24. That'll hit.
Okay, and 2d6 is that one. I'm gonna re-roll 4, 7. That's better. Ooh, yeah. All right, so that's 11, 15, 22.
22.
22, and four of it's with necrotic.
Okay. All right. All right. As you go after it, yeah, you're able to carve it up a little bit. Was that just your first attack, or is that?
That was the first one.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna try to hit it again with the Vindicator. So yeah, it's like 26 or something.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And do I do the necrotic each time I hit it? I only get to reroll once.
Do you?
Yeah, pretty sure. Yeah, I think it's just one. Alright, this one is not as good. 5, 11, 13.
13.
Oh,
All right.
right close to it.
And
Frenzy.
so from my frenzied attack, I get another attack.
That's right.
$26.
That'll hit.
All
4.
4.
4.
4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 14.
All right.
And that's it.
Okay. Okay. All right. As Crom goes after it, it's, you've definitely carved it up a bit. It's got a flaming arrow sticking out of one side. It's been being just bludgeoned with monk fists. And yeah, definitely carved up by you. And Chomp, it is now your turn.
All right. I'm going to try to bite it. 29 to hit.
That'll hit.
Um,
D12s.
Alright. Uh, 31. 31 piercing damage.
31 piercing. All right, cool. As the giant T-Rex Chomp bites into this thing and kind of like digs your teeth in. You shake your head around. It's looking pretty rough. This worm had expected an easy meal, and while it's had a little bit of a meal, it hasn't been very easy so far. All right, Cirithus, you are up from your tree.
Did I get a turn?
I don't think it's got to you yet, has it?
I won't. My initiative was 16.
Oh, that's. Did we skip you and go to Shay instead?
Yeah, I think so.
Dang it! I'm sorry.
It's okay. Yeah,
It got all confused in there.
I'm fine with like the idea of being swallowed might have slowed Quintus down a little bit.
That's fine. Yes.
I have a question, and I could understand if like this was a no, or I'd just have to cast it to find out. But with freedom of movement, you can spend 5 feet of movement to automatically escape from non-magical restraint.
Okay. Interesting.
It's a 4th level spell. It's not concentration, so I wouldn't have to drop. But it specifically references grappling creatures, so it's got no arms, so this is kind of the only way it can grapple me.
Yeah, that's true. I don't, because technically this wasn't a grapple check either.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah. Let's see.
But I am restrained currently. I'm restrained and blinded.
You are restrained and blinded. Let me see. That's a good question. Let me see.
It's a weird question. I only thought of it like a second ago. I was like, does freedom of movement work here? I left it on because it's honestly OP, but I left it on my spell list, but yeah.
You touch a willing creature for duration. Automatically escape from non-magical restraints, such as manacles. The creature has grappled. Finally, being underwater imposes no penalties. I'm gonna say no.
That's fine with me. My alternative plan was just to start killing it with a spiritual weapon from the inside.
That's a good idea too. So none of the rest of you can see. Nobody can see this, but inside the worm, suddenly spectral scalpel appears and just starts stabbing from the inside. Go ahead and make an attack for your spiritual weapon.
All right, hold on. That's let's see, spiritual weapon. That is make a spell. Oh, yeah, that's 23 to hit.
That'll hit.
And I'm casting it at 4th level, just because, like, if I'm not going to be using freedom of movement, might as well go
Yeah.
deep.
Yeah.
So it's this 2d8 plus 5 radiant damage.
Ooh.
Coming from the inside the house.
The stabbing is coming from inside the worm.
All right, so yeah, there's just like a spectral scalpel kind of carving the inside of its throat for 16 radiant.
16 radiant. Okay. All right. Cool.
And that was my bonus action. Yeah, for my action, I will toll the dead.
Okay.
Well, actually, you tell me. I technically have to see the creature, but I'm inside the creature, so I feel like it kind of works.
Yeah, well, that is the thing. Like, you're blinded, but you are inside the creature.
I'm
so
touching it, so.
I think you can. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, it's just a wisdom saving throw for it.
Okay. Yeah, it rolled a 2.
Oh, sweet. So that's 2d12.
So that's a 1 on wisdom.
necrotic. Oh, damn. All right. 17 necrotic.
17 necrotic. Okay.
Yeah, so from the inside, one of you might be able to see like a spectral scalpel kind of poking through its skin and then retreating back in, and then there's just like a puff of black smoke from its mouth.
Everybody can see you. They're telling me to look. They say you failed your stealth roll.
Okay. Ooh, and since I started my turn inside of it, does it have
Yes.
like acid or something I need to roll against? Or...
It's on its turn as well.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There is a hedgehog. Yeah.
Right.
I could do math. Oh gosh.
So I dealt a total of 32, I think there. Yeah,
Yes.
32 damage.
32. Oh gosh. All right. Yeah. At this point, you seeing like things are coming out from inside of this thing, and like it's oozing kind of this green stuff out of its side pretty heavily that you assume is some kind of blood. But it's not quite dead yet. Sirthis, you're up.
Finish it.
Might be a waste of a spell, but it needs to do a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
I'm
What?
Mind
Yeah.
spike.
Ooh,
Mind Spark. Ooh.
one spell, and like, what is that, 4th level for you?
That is 12. All right. So what happens?
19 damage. Half of it passed, and then now it can't hide for me for an hour. I know its location.
So it takes 19 psychic damage.
19 psychic damage. All right. Okay, as like this weird yellowish gray like spike of energy suddenly forms in the air and jams into where you think its head probably is, you know, at the front of it where the mouth is. It roars and it's looking really rough, but it's not quite down yet. All right.
If it were to submerge again, I'm gonna try to, let people know who it's close to, or if it's running away or whatever the hell.
Okay. All right. And Roland, you're up.
Okay, and I've got my just my regular longbow,
Okay.
and that is a 26 to hit,
That'll hit.
and then okay, 1, 3, 8. Hang on, I've just lost my count. 2, 3, 8, 11, 12 for damage.
Okay. Another arrow from you, and it's 12 damage. You said it is still up. It's like it's looking extremely rough now. And now it's the worm's turn again.
Yeah.
Two things are going to happen here. Okay, first off, that is 9. Quintus, you take 19 acid damage.
All right. That is an 11. Yeah, I make the concentration check. 11 plus 2, 13, and I could add a d4, but it doesn't matter. 19. Cool.
And at this point, it's going to go make its bite attack at Chomp. Chomp, that is a 21 to hit. That hits. And where is that D8? Okay. And that's 22 piercing damage. It's then making its tail attack. It rolls a natural 1 as it jams its tail accidentally into the ground at Crom's feet. And you see kind of this foamy liquid come out of it in the dirt. And that's its turn. Well, actually, you know what? It's going to go underground.
And get up attacked by everything.
Well, it's panicking.
I know, like, it makes perfect sense. I just hope they can take it down, or else I'm underground.
Unless you're underground. So Crom and Chomp and Shay, could you all make an attack of opportunity?
Save me! Please.
Please.
We got a 30 and a 23 to hit.
30 and yeah, those will hit. Wow. Those will hit.
I got.
I'm guessing you're gonna kill it. It has like. Yeah, you killed it. It
37.
has like 5 hit points left. 37.
Yeah.
As it's trying to go back underground, it's most of the way underground, and you come across with the Vindicator into it at the same time as from above, T-Rex Chomp bites into the top of its head, and it kind of, through the course of it, rips it open, right at the point where the Vindicator sliced into it. It is pretty cool. And as it does, you see a rather wet and bedraggled looking set of handlebar mustache kind of drooping down over the face of Quintus as he's kind of peering up out of this thing after you rip the head off of it.
It's like blinking.
That's about yeah.
It was dark in there.
It does not smell good.
Hi, everybody. Are we okay?
Sorry.
oh, what the heck? There's another monster.
Yeah, I'm giving a big like victory roar at the sky.
Nice. Like T-Rex at the end of Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I like it. All right. And as the steaming pile of worm that's left kind of settles and Quintus crawls out, we're going to leave it there this week. That was fun, you guys. Welcome to the jungle.
Oh my God.
Next time, can everybody do again in 2 weeks?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Should be able to. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, thanks for coming. I'm tired.
Yeah, thank
Hopefully,
you.
Yeah, thank
hopefully someday. This was fun. Hopefully someday we can all like meet in person again.
Perhaps.
you.
It would be nice.